Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I posted and a lot has happened in that time. I don't know if I'm sure you can tell, but I am actually 30 weeks pregnant with my first baby. It's a girl, and I found out on March 3rd, I think it was, that I was pregnant, and baby girl is due November 22nd, so I'm super excited, and I thought I would share some of my trying to conceive tips because I did have a planned pregnancy, so I thought I could share what worked best for me and my husband to get pregnant. It only took us 2 cycles, so about 2 months, and these tips really helped. So hopefully it can help someone else out there if you're trying to conceive or you know someone that is. So my first tip is to start taking prenatal vitamins like months before if you are planning to conceive, or just as soon as you are trying, really. It's so important to get those nutrients in your body before you're pregnant. It'll help, I don't know, it just gets your body ready. I started taking prenatal and a calcium pill probably at least 5 or 6 months before we started trying, but it doesn't have to be that long before. My second tip is trying to just live a healthier lifestyle, which is easier said than done, but that includes trying to get more sleep and getting your sleep routine better, maybe not being on your phone right before you go to bed, just relaxing, trying to get a better sleep, eating more nutritious foods, and to go along with that, eating foods that are higher in folate, calcium, and fats. Those are supposed to help for women trying to get pregnant. Also, exercise, which we all should be getting exercise, but it will help though. Just trying to do something. You can even do, they have trying to conceive yoga, which has helped for some people. So just trying to live a healthier lifestyle and be healthier can really help your chances. Third tip is to track your basal body temperature, your BBT. So it can be a little confusing, but you're supposed to use a basal thermometer, but when I did it, I just used a regular thermometer, and I'm not sure if it really helped or not, but it could help for you. It's very important though, if you do try this method, to be consistent about when you're testing every day. That was something I wasn't that great of. If you wake up around the same time every day, it'll probably be easier for you to do, but when I was waking up, I would wake up sporadic times, so maybe that's why mine wasn't too accurate. You're supposed to see a peak in your temperature around your certain cycle days, so could be something that could be helpful, but for me, not so much. Another tip I have is to add cinnamon and turmeric to your foods, since they both help reduce inflammation, which can help get pregnant. Another one related to like the foods and the healthier lifestyle is to try to reduce or avoid caffeine, alcohol, and processed foods. I mean, if you're gonna get pregnant, you can't really, you're supposed to reduce those anyways, so you might as well start now. And then I also, important one is to have sex the day before your ovulation, the day of, and the day after. Those are like your 3 key times that you want to make sure that you and your partner have sex, I guess. Some people will say to just try as often as you can, but that's just going to tire you and your partner out and make you feel like you're doing a chore, basically. So as long as you get those 3 key days, and then maybe every other day or every couple days in between, you should be good. But the number 1 tip I have is to track your ovulation, but not just using an app, because I didn't realize, I think this is why I didn't get pregnant the first cycle that I tried. I was using just like a period ovulation tracker app, and it tells you your predicted ovulation day, but that is just a generated day. I think it's 14 days from your like next period. So it's not even really your exact ovulation day, it's just their guesstimate based off of your estimated like your period. So my ovulation day that they told me wasn't actually my real ovulation day. So I think I was going off of the wrong days, and I think that was a big part of why I didn't get pregnant that first cycle. But I quickly learned to use ovulation test strips. That is going to be my number 1 tip. It was so easy to use, and it worked for us. Like, you can get them at Walmart, I think. I got mine from Amazon. They were pretty inexpensive. You get like a pack of, I don't even know, like, I think there's different ones you can pick, like 25, 50, 100. I think I got the pack of 50, and it also does come with some pregnancy tests as well. So you'll just use those. It's like a, where you pee on it, kind of like a pregnancy test. And you want to keep track of that every day. And when you see the control line, or no, sorry, when you see the test line darker than the control line, that will indicate that you are going to have your LH surge, which is when you are about to ovulate. It doesn't mean you are ovulating when you get the positive. It means that your LH surge is about to happen. It could be, I think it's like 24 hours to 48 hours afterwards. So when I did it, I had sex that day and then the day after that, just to be sure, since you don't know when exactly between that time you ovulate. So to be on the safe side, that's what you should do. So I will actually insert a little clip that I took of my ovulation tracker. I have all my test strips on there with my cycle days, and when I got my positive LH, which you can tell because the test line is a lot darker than the control line. And then you want to test again when you get that to see if your surge is still happening, and then continue the next couple days to make sure that the surge is over, and then that'll indicate after your ovulation. So I really hope that these tips can help you, and I'll just insert that video at the end, and I'll hope to see you guys soon. I'll be trying to do a few more pregnancy related videos before Little Miss comes. I know I missed a lot of timing in the window to make these, but I still have 10 weeks left, so actually I'm 31 weeks, so I have 9 weeks left, give or take, but hopefully I can get some more pregnancy and baby related videos out to you, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. So here are my ovulation tests I took. I started them 3 days after my period had ended, my last period, And so I started taking them on February 25th, and the first one looks positive, but it wasn't. It was negative. And then I just continued them every day, cycle day 10, 11, 12. I did them in the morning. And then cycle day 15, I did one in the afternoon. And you could see they're slowly getting darker. And then I got my first positive on cycle day 16, which was March 2nd. And I took one in the morning and in the afternoon then, that day. You see the test is darker than the control line there. So those were both March 2nd. And then the next day I also got positive on March 3rd, cycle day 17. I took another one morning and afternoon there, as you can see. And then the next day on cycle day 18 in the morning, I took another one and it was negative. So I determined that my ovulation was either on March 3rd or March 4th, since the LH surge was already in my system and was leaving, and so it would have already been there and happened. Sorry. And then the last ovulation test I took was on cycle day 19 in the morning, just to confirm that the LH surge was going back down, which it was. So that was 1 to 2 DPO, since I didn't know for sure which one was my actual ovulation day. So then I waited for a while. I'll just show you again. And you can see them getting darker on this side. And then it got lighter again here. So then after that, I waited a few days, quite a few days, and I tested for pregnancy. First day was 7 to 8 DPO, this one, and it was actually negative. And then I skipped a day and went to 9 to 10 DPO. And you can't tell anymore, but it was positive. It was very faint. So then I retested later that day, and I did get a positive that day. As you can see, it's really faint on there. I don't know why there's like little hairs on here. So then I tested the next day, which would be 10 to 11, not sure again which my actual ovulation day was. And that was my big fat positive on March 12th. Actually, that might have been 9 to 10 DPO was my big fat positive. But as you can see on 10 to 11 DPO, it's even darker. And then again on 11 to 12, even darker. 12 to 13, 13 to 14. And then the last one I took of these was 14 to 15 DPO, and that was March 17th. So here you can see the progression of these as they get darker. And this one is the darkest. So this is how I tracked my ovulation, and then my HCG test. And then I also did the Walmart 88-cent ones, which were accurate as well. I got the first positive on 9 to 10 DPO. It's pretty light. Then 10 to 11 was about the same as 9 to 10, because HCG doubles every 48 hours. And then 11 to 12 is dark. And then 12 to 13 was about the same as 11 to 12. So you can see there, as they get darker. And then also on 14 to 15 DPO, I took the digital test. I wanted to make sure that my lines were getting darker, and I did get my positive pregnant. So here are all my tests together and how I tracked ovulation and ended up with my positive pregnancy.